Environment conservation and biodiversity. How this biodiversity can be conserved? If we don't conserve, if we won't conserve the biodiversity, it will get lost. It will get destroyed. The equilibrium will be not there in the environment. So we have to conserve it. And how we can conserve it? We can conserve the biodiversity by protecting the rare species of the organism. We can protect the rare species of plants or of the animals and conserve the biodiversity. We can make available some national parks or sanctuaries for this biodiversity or the wildlife. As I explained, there was a tiger project, Save Tiger campaign. So there were many new sanctuaries or national parks were developed or were made available for this diversity. So many new national parks or sanctuaries can be developed or can be created, or many other programs can be initiated in the existing sanctuaries to conserve the biodiversity. Declaring some regions as bioreserves. If we think there are some biodiversity available, or there are some rare species of animals or plants, precious species are available, then that particular part, that particular region can be declared as a bioreserves. So if once it is declared as bioreserves, it can be conserved easily. Projects for the conservation of special species, where various projects can be initiated, started, created, implemented for the conservation of special species. So, and of course it's the projects not only can be started, but of course has to be implemented. So as Save Tiger project I explained, then there was a project Dudhwa forest, which was the project for the rhinos in the Assam, where under this project the national parks were created and this rhinos were conserved, conserving all plants and animals. It's not about wildlife animals or wild plants, but it is about entire biodiversity. So in conserving all plants, all animals, observing the rules, the every person, every individual has to observe the rules of the nature, has to follow the rules of the nature for the environmental conservation. If we know that any of our activity can cause the environment, then we should not do that. We should restrict ourselves of doing that particular thing. So observe the rule, follow the rule of the nature. Rule of nature has to be followed. Maintaining the records of traditional knowledge. Many of the times what happens is that traditional knowledge is not maintained properly. The records are not maintained. Many of the times what happens is sometimes some like our grandmothers used to know many things about the household remedies, but she never recorded all these home remedies. She never recorded, and then after the grandmother, no one knows how to do that particular things, or what is a remedy for particular disease or particular things. So all these things, all the traditional knowledge has to be properly maintained, recorded, and this record should be maintained. Then only it will help in the biodiversity conservation. Now biodiversity occurs at 3 different levels. The diversity are occurred. We will find this different plants, different animals at a different levels. What kind of biodiversity can happen? It can happen at genetic level, genetic diversity. It means the species is same, but you will find a different individual, different each human being is different from each other. So occurrence of diversity among the organisms of same species is genetic diversity. So example is like human being, it is every individual is different, but we belong to same species of the human. Species diversity is innumerable species of organisms can occur in the nature. So this is called species diversity. Species diversity includes various types of plants, animals and microbes. human being is a one species, dog is a species, cat is a species, and so many. So there are numerous species, innumerable species in the nature. Ecosystem diversity is the many ecosystems at present in the each region. So when we talk about ecosystem, so every ecosystem is different, and this ecosystem diversity, when we talk about the terrestrial ecosystem, if we say the marine ecosystem, that is ecosystem at sea level, so everywhere it is same, but again there are some minor changes that even the marine ecosystem. So this ecosystem is formed through the interaction between plants, animals and their habitat and changes in the environment. So you will find the different biodiversity in the ecosystem as well. So biodiversity occurs in three different levels: genetic, species and ecosystem diversity. Moving to next, that is sacred groves. So there are some forests or the places which are conserved in the name of God and considered to be sacred is called sacred grove. This particular place the people feel or believe that that particular place is sacred, and these are the in fact the sanctuaries conserved by the society, but not by any authorities, that can be government authority or forest authority. So it is not the proper official sanctuaries, but these sanctuaries or this particular part of the forest are conserved by the people because they believe, they feel that that is sacred, that belongs to God. So as it has been conserved in the name of God, it has special protection. These clusters of thick forest are present not only in the Western Ghats of India but in the entire country. When we talk about Western Ghat, it includes 5 to 6 states like Gujarat, starting from Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. All these states are considered as a Western Ghat. So you will find many sacred groves in the Western Ghat, as well as there are other sacred groves in other part of India or our country as well. So more than 13,000 sacred groves have been reported in India. So these are the forests which are conserved by the society in the name of God. There are some organizations which help in conservation, environment conservation and biodiversity conservation. So this is not only government and responsibility, as I told, this is our social responsibility. So many institutes at state and national and international level are involved in this work. So there are some voluntary organizations like Bombay Natural History Society. You must have heard this name. There are just few names are given here, but there are many other organizations. These are working voluntary organizations. These are voluntary organizations. They have started this campaigns, programs at their own. There are some international environment organizations. As we celebrate Environment Day in the month of June, 5th of June. So every year there are conferences, every year there are world level conference or meet which occur in different parts of the world. So all these programs are conducted with the help of International Environment Organization, and that can be, you all must be knowing, UNICEF is one of the famous international environment, it is one of the international organizations. Similarly, there are some World Wildlife Fund or there is Green Climate Fund, which are some organizations working internationally. Greenpeace is the world's largest organization engaged in the environment activities. More than 25 lakh people from 26 different countries are the member of Greenpeace organization. Now, what is my role in environment? As I told, environment conservation, our social responsibility. How can I play my role in environment conservation, or what is my role in environment? So, of course, we stay or we live in our environment, any environment. So we there are some abiotic factors or biotic factors which affect our life. So what can be my role? That can be conservation, that can be control, that can be production, that can be awareness, prevention and preservation. The function itself tells about the conservation, itself tell about how you can spread awareness among people, how you can prevent um, the nature, prevent some possible harms by not doing some things, or by doing some things how can you preserve the environment. So you can play different role in environment conservation through different activities. There are some hotspots of biodiversity. Now hotspots are some spots, some places which are on risk, or which are having the large biodiversity in that particular on that particular place. So there are 34 hotspots in the world, where today about 86% of ecologically sensitive areas have already vanished because of any artificial activities or the natural activities. Many biodiversities has been destroyed, have been extincted. So now only 2.3% of Earth's surface shows existence of sensitive area, which includes 1,50,000 plant species. Now there are 2 biodiversity hotspots in our country also. Total 34 places in world, and in India we have 2 biodiversity hotspots. In Western Ghats there are more than 1500 region specific varieties of plants. Western Ghats again 6 to 7 states: Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. 6 states. They have 1500 specific biodiversities, that can be plants and animals. And similarly there are some biodiversity. The other biodiversity hotspot is the eastern range of the country. The habitats of Asiatic land and wild bison are being destroyed because of the mining activities in the Western Ghats. So this way these hotspots are on the risk, although they have the some rare or some valuable species biodiversity, but it has to be taken care properly. Similarly, Manas Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam is facing danger due to the construction of dams and excessive use of water. The tigers and one-horned rhinoceros have become endangered. As I told you, Dudhwa Forest was the project that was again for the rhinos. The Sundarban Sanctuary in West Bengal is reserved for tigers, but construction of dams and cutting of trees, excessive fishing and the furrows dug of fishing have created the huge threat to the environment and the tigers in the sanctuary. So although they are in the sanctuary, but nearby the sanctuary there are such activities are going on which are affecting this wildlife. So this Western Ghat and eastern region of the country are the 2 hotspots of the country. Now there are some threatened species. There are some species which are their number is less, or they are on the verge of getting destroyed, extincted. So first species, endangered species. Endangered species are these species, these animals or plants where it is declined or their habitat is shrunk to such extent that they can be extincted in near future if it is not get conserved properly. So their number is so less, it can get extincted. Example is lion-tailed monkey and lesser florian. Second is rare species. Rare species, there is number of these organisms is considerably declined. It is considerably declined continuously, and this decline is a big signal for us. These organisms of this species being endemic may become extinct very fast, because continuously the number is decreasing, going low, down. So they may extinct in near future. Example is red panda and musk deer. Next is vulnerable species. number of these organisms is extremely less and continues to decline. So continuous decline in this number is worrisome reason, example tiger and lion. That is why there was a campaign program for the Save Tiger. And next classification is indeterminate species, where these organisms appear to be endangered, but due to some behavioral habits there is no definite or substantial information. We don't know the exact number of this particular species, so we feel that it is either less or it is either extended. So example is giant squirrel or shrew, it is also called as. So this 4 classification, you have to remember it properly with the examples. 22nd May is celebrated as World Biodiversity Day. Always remember this lesson teaches a big lesson. In fact, it is a value based lesson and it teaches many things. So always remember, before you behave, before you act anything, let us behave accordingly. Like destroying plant is destroying everything, because that one plant is affecting our life as well. Practice afforestation to conserve the environment. Forest is a wealth. Environmental protection is the value education. Prudent use of paper is the prevention of deforestation. To practice the environmental protection is to develop the development for the human society. Let us remember and let us behave accordingly. Thank you.